This debate will come to order. The resolution before us today is, be it resolved, that the driving age in every Canadian province be raised to 18. Representing the affirmative side is Ms. Kwak and Mr. Andy No. Representing the negative side are Mr. Heejae Jang and Mr. Daniel Lee. Each speaker will deliver a constructive speech. Each speaker will also get the opportunity to give a rebuttal. I call upon the first affirmative speaker, Ms. Kwak, to introduce the affirmative case.
16-year-olds are not mature enough to drive. They're not responsible enough. When they're driving with friends, teenagers, especially boys, have a different attitude to drive compared to older drivers. For example, on October 26, 2015, two teenagers named Josh Ferreira, 16, Tatiana Sosa, 15, died as a result of car accidents by the 17-year-old driver. Did you know that the most common way for young Canadians to be seriously injured or killed is as a driver or passenger in a vehicle? But we have to remember that this is a proposal safety, not convenience. It's absolutely senseless to allow teenagers to drive cars, as cars can be a lethal weapon. For these reasons, driving age must be raised to age 18.
If we ban them from using cars, they will be in big trouble. Teenagers mostly go to big cities like Coquitlam to work. They often need to go to long distance. Other form of transportation, like buses, bikes, or on foot, takes hour and a half to 4 hours to get there. Such as making sure new teenage drivers are with older and experienced driver and taking away their N license if they are not obeying the rules. A more sensible policy would be for provincial governments to enforce the graduated driver licensing rules. Indeed, the minimum age of driving in all Canadian provinces should not be raised to 18.
Few countries, including Canada, think teenagers who are under the age of 18 are grown up enough to vote, drink alcohol, yet Canada permits these teenagers to drive. Canada's driving age is determined on a province-by-province basis. Generally, it is 16 to learn and 17 as solo driving. Police said the van was weaving erratically in and out of traffic prior to the crash, and also said speed was a factor. I agree. They're also greatly influenced by peer pressure and very competitive, both of which make risky behavior more likely. A car can be a weapon if it gets into the wrong hands. Teenage drivers, especially boys, can be fearless and thrill-seeking. They take risks that older drivers do not take. They think good driving is being able to control their car at high speed.
Most teens are safe and careful drivers, and almost all adult drivers today started driving before they were 18. It would be very unfair to punish all 16 and 17-year-olds for the bad attitudes and decisions of a few. They could, for example, make getting a full driver's license harder and tougher, so the novice drivers would be motivated to drive with more concern, concentration, and respect for the graduated driver licensing rules. So, in order to make their road safer, should the provinces ban all young men from driving before they turn 25? No, because most young men drive safely. It is only a few who breaks and who are likely to break the law, and these tend to drive underage without licenses anyway. I argued that most teenagers are safe drivers, so it would be unjust to punish all 16 and 17-year-olds for the reckless behaviors of a few of their peers. Next, I offered a more reasonable way to make the roads safer for everyone. For these reasons, the driving age should not be raised to 18.